Good day, lovely ladies and gentlemen. I'm Zeyc, and welcome to another episode of my challenge. I've gotta catch 'em all in Pixelmon, and over there's quite a lot I'd like to kill first. First, you. Water, right? Yeah, you shouldn't have a double weakness to anything ever. Though, Earthquake's probably the better option, seeing as it has higher accuracy. And Muddy Water. Does Muddy Water use my attack or special attack? Also, I'd like you to know I looked up making a automatic sheep farm, and the problem is I I can't really make it. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, I got 2 Alolan Diglets. Oh yeah, right. The new trailer for the new Pokemon games showed, or one of the new trailers, not sure if it's the newest anymore, that you can now, open your PC at any time, anywhere. So, yeah, I want. It's at least by that canon, it's not that bad anymore that I open my the PC sometimes from. Ooh, we're at 14, ladies and gentlemen. Getting close. And then we'll just have to find, oh my god, one of the... No. Oh, crikety dikety. The range upgrade. Let's just take the range upgrades out of there. Do I have another range upgrade? Oh, you don't belong. In here? Hmm. Yeah, there. Yes, Mareep. So the idea for now is probably... I'm probably gonna look into adding what's this? Actually additions again, though this time I'm gonna turn off every spawn it has, so that there won't be any crystals, flying islands, and so on. It spawns. I'll take this and this because I don't want this. Yeah, but I also need it for the Mareeps. I really can't be bothered with sharing them on my own all the time. Oh, hey, there's them. But now, enough talky. Let's go looty. Loot box time. Because everyone likes loot boxes, right? And could you? Like, could you get a fluff away from me? Hey. But yeah, I mean, you probably don't care too much, but I think I've decided what I want to study once I'm done with school, or my continuation of school. I think I'm gonna try studying game design. There's a game I really want to create. And if I were able to create it, I'd be so freaking happy. Though I am afraid that maybe someone might complain that it's too. I mean, how do I say this without sounding like a total D-bag? Uh, and you're gonna be thrown away. The game I want to create is probably a little. I mean, there's the game. Should have yelled. One of my all-time favorite games is Phantasy Star Online. Well, the GameCube version with episode 1 and 2. Though I also like episode 3, even though it's not really anywhere close to what the episode 1 and 2 is. But yeah, for those who don't know, it's a looter RPG, real-time RPG, with it's so simplistic and yet so how do I say it? The combat itself is really simplistic. You don't have any, super special movement mechanics. You just move like in Minecraft. Just about about the same speed as in Minecraft with running, and no dodge rolls. Oh, wrong one. No, nothing too special. But the weaponry in this game is so insanely. What's the name? Satisfying. Yeah. If any of you ever played Dark Souls, do you know this feeling when you fought a boss for a dozen times and you finally defeat him? Yeah, I think I could go as far as to say getting a nice, awesome weapon in this game feels like defeating a boss in Dark Souls. And all the weapons in this game were special. Well, most of them. It's not like, Borderlands, where you just have, shit ton of modifiers for a weapon and then the game randomly, rolls different modifiers for a weapon and says, yeah, it's a new weapon. No, every single weapon in this game was, well, okay, not the base weapon, but every weapon in there was special. Ooh, shiny. It wasn't just, oh yeah, here, some randomly generated weapon. No, I I really wish you guys would know, but this game was it's not that well known. Maybe if you're into MMORPGs, you might have heard of its second, iteration, Phantasy Star Online 2, which is considered one of, well, one of the better RPGs currently out there, though it's never, up till now, came from Japan to us. Though by now, They said they bring it over, and I've talked so far and did nothing so far. But I personally have a problem with Phantasy Star Online 2 in that it's not the game it was once. How far are you? As much as possible. Black heart, which should mean you're close, right? And yeah, I just love that game so freaking much. Or well, yeah, I love the game and its game mechanics and it's everything. I just want to make a continuation. Not really a continuation, but you get what I mean. A game just like it. If I were to compare it, I'd say it's probably like with Banjo-Kazooie. Should I? Christ. In where, from official side, it got a continuation. Whether that continuation is good or bad, let's not talk about that. But it got a continuation ever since it hasn't had an original continuation as far as I know. Oh, I say original. They changed too much in my opinion. The combat, it's far too fast paced for what it was. Back then, very simple, though it allowed for quite some can I say pro strats for this? Maybe a little bit. But I think you get what I mean. It was simple, but at the same time, quite good. Well made. And I want to recreate this. If you ever get your chance to play it, buy it, whatever. I mean, not my game, the one I'm talking about, but the game Phantasy Star Online. The game's awesome. I mean, you probably need some time to get into it. If anything, I'd say that's one of the downsides of it. The game, well, until you reach its second difficult setting, which you either reach at level 20, or, when you complete the full main quest, which is basically just 4 dungeons you have to go through. Until then, you're pretty much just... Well, until then, if you find a weapon in normal difficulty in the game, you really were incredibly lucky. Okay? Because the rates for legendary weaponry at the start, within the first difficult setting, they're abysmal. They're literally, you need to kill a specific, well, it's a 1 in 5,000 chance to drop on a kill. Oh, boss. But yeah, these rates then get really low for, well, more or less later. Once you reach, well, hard difficulty, which is the second difficulty, second of 4, the chances to drop weapons on normal enemies, you probably, per dungeon, you find like 100 enemies, goes down to 1 in 100. And while it isn't really any special stuff you'll find, it's still satisfying to get these weapons. And then, at higher difficulties, you find even more special weapons. Like, at the beginning, it's just literally... Oh, yet another Mega Boss. So many! But yeah, at the beginning, it's probably just going to be, you know, the same. The legendary items going to be this, like the normal items you'll find, but with some small special ability, which isn't too extraordinary, and higher stats, and obviously a quite nice design, if I have to say so myself. Then, at higher difficulty, well, they just get looking, they just look better. Then, at really high difficulty, oh, come on, at the highest difficulty, there are then weapons who, well, whose rarity, who can only be found in the highest difficulty, who are rarer than legendary weapons in, well, the lowest difficulty. And their abilities are just so awesome. Oh god. They might not be the strongest in stats, but they're certainly a heck of amount of fun if you get them. And it's oh so freaking satisfying if you get one. And I want to replicate this. I really want to do. I really do. Though I kind of want to have a, how do I say this? A game that grows over time. You know, it won't just, 4 dungeons. Well, maybe like 8 dungeons if you count episode 2, and that's it. I kind of want to have it, first off the item mechanic, and then maybe once a year or so, new season for the game with a new episode that's added to it, with like 4, 5, 6 new dungeons, dozens of new weapons, and, well, obviously from time to time some new well, not classes, new characters you can play. There are classes in the game, and races, and each race is different. For example, well, there are 3 races, which were humans, Newmen, which are pretty much elves, and robots, or androids, better said. And, well, humans are normal. Androids have higher stats, but they can cast magic, and the elf have higher magic stats, and their magic points regenerate slowly over time. Well, also robots slowly regenerate their health, but this isn't really big enough to talk home about it. But bleh, I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. But yeah, this is something I want to do, and I'm going to look into how to make games on my own even before I start studying it. I really want to make a game like this, and I want to have it, a continuous game that grows over time. Not too much, and I'm not gonna make it pay to win. I personally hate pay to win, especially. I wouldn't want to have pay to. Yeah, I wouldn't want to have pay to win in a game like this. I currently haven't really decided on how to do it, to be honest. It's just. Mm, have a look. Can you do anything against him? No. Metagross? Huh. Can I defeat him? If he hits himself one more... Yes! Thank you. Okay, I'll take this. 2. But yeah, I'm not too sure as to how I'm gonna do it. I mean, the monetization for the game. I do somewhat want to have it free to play, but also maybe, you know, but I also kind of want to have it, well, $10 once buy, and I just really can't decide on how I'd want the monetization. I mean, in the game, they're gonna be small microtransactions, though I want them. I'm not going to make them in any way, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Pay to win, where you get stats from them. And I also want to give the chance to get everything inside the cash shop for, well, no money at all. And I really need it. Really getting wrong. Yeah. Cash shop's gonna be, decorations, new skins, new characters, and, well, probably emotes. Maybe like spawn and death animations, something like that. But I'm talking too much. Sorry. Gotta end the episode. Huge thanks for everyone still watching, and if you'd like to do me a favor, feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more, and goodbye!